Hi friends, happy new day. It is currently about like 6:15 a.m. on a Tuesday morning and I'm about to start my day going to the gym. And so today's vlog is going to be a little bit of a day in the life vlog, but I want to bring you through like 5 main habits that I've really been implementing consistently in 2024 that have brought so much like energy and happiness and success in my life that I may be recommending to you. So first things first is one of my habits is body movement. So let's go get a workout in. Love-hate relationship working out first thing in the morning, because you wake up and you're so tired and you're like, do I really want to work out right now? But then after it, you never regret a workout and you just feel unstoppable. The endorphins are flowing, so I feel good. So that is my first healthy habit that I've really implemented in 2024. You might be thinking like, Tati, you always work out. Well, in 2023, I kind of slacked with the workouts. We had a whole like gym fiasco where we didn't even really have a gym to go to. So I'm re-implementing it. And for me, it's one of my intentions to have some type of body movement, especially the first 2 hours of my day. Typically, my schedule doesn't look the same every day like it used to. Like I used to be super regimented. Sometimes I do my morning routine first and then I go to the gym. Or sometimes I go to the gym first thing in the morning like I did today, and then I follow through with my morning routine. And I'm not super strict on what type of body movement that is. Every day kind of looks different and I try to feel into my body what feels good. So I really mix it up. Sometimes it's a gym workout, sometimes it's a Pilates class, sometimes it's an at-home workout, at-home Pilates. I've just been getting into running once a week, and sometimes it's a walk because my body just can't handle like an intense movement. So it feels so good. I highly recommend doing some type of body movement. For me, I tell myself at least the first 2 hours of the day, because I know myself, if I push it back for the afternoon or the evening, I will come up with excuses of like why I don't want to work out or why I shouldn't work out or I have all these other things to do. So for me, one of my main habits is body movement first things in the morning. So today's workout was good. I just did a little leg press, core, and then 20 minutes on the stair stepper. That kicked my booty because I haven't done that in a while. I like was sweating. It was still a good workout. I feel amazing. And now it is time to eat some breakfast, really nourish my body, and get into my morning routine that does incorporate a few other habits that I want to share with you guys today. So let's get into it. Evan and I went halvesies, a little avocado toast, English muffin with some jelly.
We got sourdough for the avocado. We got English muffin for the jelly.
Strawberries, the best eggs that Evan always makes me. I'm so grateful. And greens. It's not a habit, but we love to have at least 1 to 2 meals together a day. So today's breakfast because Evan has an evening event.
Cheers.
I'm gonna feed my sourdough today because I'm gonna be making a loaf later, so let's feed her up. This is discard. This is active starter. Making some matcha right now. I got these like cinnamon sugar sticks on Trader Joe's that just add a little cinnamon sweet flavor to your hot drinks, and it's so good. I got these new cups. How cute are these? Now the best part. Isn't this like the cutest cup? Oh, I'm definitely a cup person. Like I'm always buying new cups. I got these off Amazon. I'll link them below to my storefront on all the kitchen things I have. But all right, I'm gonna sip on this and head into the second half of my morning routine. That includes a few habits that I recommend. and I'll share a little bit more details of what that entails. So I just finished my morning habit. So I really like to make sure my mornings are filling my cup up first, and I'm like focusing on the pillars of my mind, my body, and spirit. So I like to work out, do some body movement. I take time to read the Bible. This is a habit that I'm really implementing this year. And I would say the habit really is time with God. And for me, one of my goals this year is to fully read the Bible. I've never fully sat down and read the Bible. I grew up Catholic, but I didn't really grow up in like full connection and relationship with God. And over the last few years since moving to Florida, starting my business, I really built that relationship. You know, I did dabble into New Age, but I've come back into my Christianity roots. And instead of having like these rules to follow and like the Catholic ways that I grew up with, I've really just built a really strong relationship with God and my spirituality and my gifts and just that relationship I have with him. And so this year I really wanted to dedicate myself to reading his word and really understanding the stories of the Bible and really learning how to live a more godly life. And so I'm currently reading Exodus, which is the third book so far of the year. I have the Bible app, and I'm on this special plan that's really telling you like just how many books or chapters to read a day. And it really just takes about 15 minutes. I pray before, I pray after, and I feel like putting God first in the beginning of my day has completely shifted my life this year. Like my stress has gone down. I'm not as irritated or as angry. I'm more at peace. And I'm just in a season of seeking clarity and guidance. And let me just tell you, the last few weeks, the amount of synchronicities and signs that have been happening, it's been so beautiful. So my time with God, I really do focus on in the morning. Evan reads his Bible at night. And so I'm not here to tell you like do this in the morning. This is just what I do. But I do think it's a habit that can really support you in building like that spiritual maturity and that connection, because I don't feel like we're meant to do life alone as humans and in the flesh. So I do sometimes put on my red light while reading it, and then I ended off more of like a mental thing. So I found this, I had this a few years ago, and I used to have the 5-minute diary when I first started my entrepreneurship mindset journey, and it brings me back to gratitude. So each morning let me show you what the page looks like. So it just kind of gives you these prompts, right? And so the first half is morning, the second half is at night. And it goes saying like, I'm grateful for, how are you going to make the day a good day, and a positive affirmation. So this is like focusing on the good, right? When you're in gratitude, when you focus on the good gets better. And then at the end of the night, there's a few prompts like, what's my good deed for the day? How will I improve? And 3 things I experienced, good things that I experienced today, ending it with gratitude. So I follow my Bible reading time with God with some gratitude. I read my 2024 goals to remind myself like, what am I working towards? And I really just focus on fueling my mind and my spirit up before I head into the workday. So those are a few of my morning healthy habits. I do have one that I'm gonna go complete right now, and I'll explain what that is. And then I dive into work from there. Looks so pretty. I'm obsessed with this color. Right now, I have a call in about 40 minutes and then another call after that. So I'm gonna do some work, and I will pick the camera back up after I get some things done and continue with the day and a few habits that I want to continue to share with you guys that are more afternoon habits. Uh-oh. Exploded.
You take some water on your hands here.
And she's ready. Oh, I'm so excited.
Smell it. Ooh. Almost smells like alcohol.
It's sourdough.
Like the ferment process.
Yeah. That was a fail. I just made the biggest mess. The camera dropped. But anyways, this is the first step of making our sourdough. She's gonna sit for 45 minutes before we do some stretch and fold. So just wanted to show you along the ride of my sourdough making process. I feel like I've shown it in a few of these vlogs. So I'm gonna eat lunch right now while we wait for that to do its thing. Of my 5th habit that I really incorporate daily, not since 2024. I've actually had this one for a while. Actually, I think it really got implemented when I went to Costa Rica in 2021, but it's spending time outside and going for a walk. And I think this is one of the best ways to break up your day, to give yourself time. Like if you have a lot of calls, or if you're stressed at work, or you just have a busy day, like go out in nature. It really can help you bring your nervous system into a calmer, peaceful state. It helps me clear my mind. Sometimes if I feel frustrated or overwhelmed, I just move that energy. I think it's one of the best things I've done for my mental health. And some walks, I don't have any headphones on. I'm just listening to the birds chirping and just looking at God's beauty. And I'm just like either in a gratitude rampage or on a prayer walk. Other walks, I'm listening to music. Other walks, I'm listening to a podcast or a sermon. So I don't really think it's like being super strict with it. I think it's like using it as a way to maybe habit stack. Maybe you want to read, but you don't have time to read. So you're listening to an audiobook while doing the habit of walking, right? Maybe you didn't have time with God today. So maybe you're listening to worship music, or you're listening to the Bible or a sermon during a walk. Like I think that's what's so important with certain habits. If you have a tighter schedule. So I hope that tip helps you. So I'm about to finish my walk, do a little bit more work for the rest of the afternoon, then prep some dinner, and then I'll bring you along the rest of the night and into my final habit.
Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game, highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same, highs and lows, highs and lows.
This looks so good. Evan's calling. Dinner is served. I was listening to a YouTube video while cooking, so I'm gonna finish that up while I eat, and we'll see where the rest of the evening takes me. I might do like a little movie night. Gabby and Evan are out of the house. Maybe some dessert. I don't know. I'm gonna eat this up. I'm so hungry. So it's a couple hours later, and I last minute decided to join Gabby, my sister, at a small group hosted by our church. Yeah, that's how I spent the rest of my night. It was actually really nice. It was all girls. So it is almost 9:30? And so I'm about to unwind, do my night routine, and we'll share with you what like my final habit is. Very spontaneous night, but I'm so glad I went. I would say my final habit would be, I'll break it into 2 parts, would be 1, to sticking to a night routine. I am guilty of like falling asleep on the couch, or I never really like scroll through Instagram all the time, but like it definitely had moments of that, and I just like don't like that. You know, I start my mornings with myself, and it's important to end our nights with ourselves because it like sets you up for a productive, successful morning and next day. So I'm currently figuring out a night routine. I actually have a sticky note here of things I want to make sure I do at night, like floss and brush my teeth. Doing a scalp massage, which I just realized I didn't do. But I would say my actual like final habit is doing like a stretch and no phones and no screens before bed. And maybe some nights that looks like reading, maybe that looks like talking to Evan. I'm not perfect. There are nights where I'm watching YouTube or I'm not on social media right now at the time of this recording, so I'm not scrolling, which has been a really big game changer, but it's definitely something I'm working on improving. I have a few habits in one, but it's just definitely like a nice body stretch and no blue light phone usage before bed. Evan is doing his Bible time. Journaling done. Oh, I have my retainers in. Hold on. Anybody else team retainers? But did my journaling, did my stretches, washed my face. That is my little night routine last habit, because right now I'm putting my phone on the charger, putting it right here, and probably just gonna hang out with Evan, but really trying not to have phone or blue light right now during bed. That concludes this little day in the life vlog. It was kind of a very spontaneous, sporadic day in the life. They don't always look like that, but I really like those days where you don't really know what is to come. I feel like it just makes life more fun, especially as somebody who is a creature of habit and like has had a very regimented routines and schedules for most of my life. It's just something I've been really working on. But that is a Tuesday in my life, and I think I shared 6 habits I really have embodied and implemented in 2024 that have really brought me a lot more joy, happiness, and success, and just like connection and clarity with myself this year. And I plan to continue to do it for the rest of the year. I hope it inspired you to maybe take a look at some of your habits, maybe reevaluate some, add some into your days. And at the end of the day, it's just do one at a time. Don't think that you have to do anything that I do, or don't try to do all of them at once. But if I could give you the biggest tip, it would be start and end your days with you, so that you can pour from a full cup and not an empty cup, whether you're a wife, a mom, a coach, you're a CEO, an employee, whatever that is. Like, when you fill up your cup first, you can show up as the best version of yourself in every area of your life. So that is my tip for you. I appreciate you so much for watching. Make sure to come back to watch other vlogs. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. And thank you for being here, for watching. I hope you are subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you have the most radiant day ever. What?
Preach, baby.
Okay, it's time for bed. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.